Grab yo bait and get yo bass.
All right, guys, we are out here, Morgan Lake, Navajo Nation, Power Plant Lake, Four Corners area, fishing a tournament today. My first tournament in a long time, probably 6-7 years, no, probably 10 years, 12 years, long time. Anyways, it's a kayak, small boat, electric motor type tournament. It's my first tournament in the round boat. Just put my first keeper on the board, 12 3/4 inches. So we're on the board here. Wind is playing havoc, kind of messed up my original plan, my strategy going into today, but we're gonna be adaptable. Been out here a little over an hour so far. It's been slow, it's been tough. The rough start to the morning, kind of had a few issues getting started, but we're gonna fish hard, see what we can do. We got first fish on the board on a one of my custom Mighty Turtle crankbaits. So yeah, we're fishing some grass right now, cranking over some grass. Let's go, let's get that money. All right, it is still windy as heck. Just put my second keeper on the board. Just barely made that 12-inch minimum. Just barely. Caught a couple of 11 and halves. Caught 4 fish so far this morning. Only 2 made the 12-inch minimum. Switched up to a hybrid hunter crankbait. See that there? It's a hybrid hunter. Dives a little shallower and runs a little bit better through that grass than the wiggle wart type bait I had on. Well, we got 2 fish on the board. Wind is playing havoc on us still. It's supposed to die down. We'll see. We got 2 keepers. And, keep chasing them. Alright guys, got my third fish on the board. A little 12.5 incher. Almost got a limit now. We got this big third fish. Now 5 fish limit. 12.5. Didn't think this one was gonna make it. When I caught, I was bringing them in. All right, guys, just started cranking some riprap. Put my 4th fish on the board, another one that just barely made 12 inches. But hey, it's a cattle count, it'll score. So we've got 4 keepers, looking for a 5th, and then hopefully some bigger fish. 2 of my keepers on this Mighty Turtle. This Mighty Turtle custom crankbait right here. The other 2 came on a hybrid hunter from Strike King. But we got 4 on the board. Looking for some bigger fish now. One more to get my limit, and then we will hunt big fish. is my plier? Ah, where's my plier? There it is. All right, that should be number 5. Let's get him on the board. Here's hoping. Oh, just barely. Another one. All right, we got 5. We got a limit. So that'll put us in contention. Now we need some bigger fish. Let's go. All right, guys. Told you I got my limit. Now I got my big fish for the day. 14 incher. So we're calling. We're up to about 60, I don't know, 64 inches maybe. Looking good. Got that fish 14 incher there on a spinnerbait. The spinnerbait right there, yellow spinnerbait. Got the wind still blowing up against these, against this riprap. So it's a good time to throw a spinnerbait up there. It paid off. Did make a crucial mistake. I did just lose before that a 14, 15 inch bass on the crankbait. I was thinking, looking at my line, like I need to retie. But let me throw it a couple more times. I'm gonna tie on a spinnerbait. Let me just throw this crankbait a couple more times. And I did, and got hammered. And fish broke off as soon as I set the hook. And came out of the water with my bait in its mouth, laughing at me, and trying to throw it. Nice 14, 15 inch fish would really help me out. Lesson learned, need to retie. I just thought I was gonna switch that crankbait out for a spinnerbait, and I just, well, let me throw it a couple more times, see what happens. And yeah, you need to retie always. All right, guys, I was just able to cull one of my 12 inchers with a 13 1/4. My first cast on a Ned rig. I was slammed by a 13 1/4 inch little chubby fish, chubbiest fish of the day. So we're moving up. We're getting there. Culling some of these little smaller fish slowly getting them out off the board. But we got our limit. Big fish so far is 14, a couple of 13s, probably about 65, 66 inches right now. I think I still need a few more. Still need to cull a little bit. If I can cull a couple more fish, I think I'll be good. All right, another one. This one will cull. One of the better fish today. Let's see what he goes. 14 3/4. Best fish of the day right there so far. We're getting closer to that number I think I need. All right, we're out here still fishing this tournament. Got just over an hour left. Trying to drop shot a few fish now. 15 is still my biggest fish. Got a 14. Should have a decent, I'm gonna have a chance. I'm giving myself a shot, that's for sure. You know, bigger fish are hard to come by in this lake. So, I think I'm gonna have a shot to get into the money anyway. Let's see what happens. Fishing's really slowed down the last hour. But I had a number that I thought it was gonna take to win. Close to that number, not quite at that number, but see if we can't cull a couple more fish and pick up a few more inches here. I'm gonna go back to what I got my biggest fish on here. A Yum warning shot on a Ned rig. That got me my biggest fish. See if we can't get another one that size or bigger. Let's roll. Grab your bait and get your bass. Come on now. Let's see, I just caught an 11-incher on a drop shot that I just broke off. The only bite I got on it. So let's go back to the Ned. Caught one right over there. Oh, in some deeper water. See if we can't add to our score here, or at least catch a fish. Fishing's definitely slowing down. It was really windy this morning, had to change my strategy up, but it's gone pretty well. Off to a rough start this morning. But man, I think we're gonna have a shot. We're gonna have a chance anyway. We got a limit. Got a couple bigger fish, or for this lake, those are pretty decent fish this time of year too. So we'll see. All right, guys. We are down to about the last 20 minutes or so of fishing. I just caught a 13.5 or so that I think will cull, add a little bit of length to my score here. Like I said, I'm just cranking this riprap in the day doing that. I've caught 3 fish. Just cranking this riprap on the way back to the launch, and 2 of them were short, chubby fish, but short. A 10 and about 11.5. So fishing's about done. Then it's just time to score them up and see how we did. I think, you know, I got a limit, got some fish over the limit, and yeah, I think we're gonna have a chance. We gave ourselves a shot anyway, so we'll see how it goes. I think I'm a little bit short of the number that I thought I would need to win, but you know, never know. I think we're gonna have a chance. I'll leave it at that for now. Well, getting down to the wire, but we got, oh, this fish will cull. This fish will cull. Yeah, this fish will cull. This will help us. right down to the wire, but this will help us. He's skinny as all get out, but he's got the length. He's got some length to him. This might be the longest fish of the day for me. Yeah, this is gonna help. Last minute, about 10-15 minutes left. This fish should weigh 3 pounds. 16 and a quarter. My longest fish of the day. $16.5.
Perfect. And then finally, first place goes to Glenn Selby with 71.75 inches.
Alright guys, just wanted to take a second and recap that tournament for you. Show you the bait that bailed me out at the very end. So, a lot of fun. First tournament I've fished in, I don't know, it's got to be well over 10 years. First tournament I think I've ever fished solo where I wasn't fishing with a partner. It was a kayak tournament or electric motor only. Morgan Lake, New Mexico, Navajo Nation Lake, Power Plant Lake. Anyways, I had this number in my head. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I thought it was going to take 70 inches to win. And I was spot on. Second place was 69.5 or 3/4, whatever. First place, which I had, was 71 3/4. So I had this number in my head, knew what I was probably going to take to win, and just barely got to that number with a little bit of luck. So in the last 30 minutes, I caught 2 of the fish that propelled me to victory. 2 of the fish that I scored. The last fish I caught was 15 minutes to go, was my biggest fish of the day, 16.25. I don't catch that fish, I don't finish in the top 2, I don't win, I don't get paid. So anyways, this was the bait that won it for me. I did break the hook off on that back hook. It broke one of those treble hooks off, but that is the bait that won it for me. This is a custom bait. I painted myself. Can purchase those baits. It's a Wiverwort style bait. You can purchase those on my Etsy shop. I'll link that in the description. Anyways, that is the bait that saved me, that got me the win in the last 30 minutes. So never give up, keep fishing hard till the final minutes, and you know, good things can happen. I did almost cost myself big time though. You know, I was gonna switch up to a spinner bait at one point, and just before I was gonna do that, I looked at my line like I need to retie. But planning to switch to a spinner bait, I thought, well, let me just make a few more casts with this crankbait and see what happens. And on, like, I think the second cast, after I hook a decent fish, probably 15-inch plus fish, breaks off when I set the hook, comes out of the water, tries to shake the bait out. It was another one of my custom baits. But anyways, moral of the story: if you need to retie. You know, I try to get away with a few extra casts before I switch to that spinner bait, and I was planning to retie anyway. Almost cost me. In the end, the last 30 minutes did end up salvaging the day and being able to win the tournament. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the fishing, and don't forget, like and subscribe. Mighty Turtle out.